we're so grateful that, firstly, to be, given the opportunity to get 5 seasons, which can be a rarity for a television show. And I think all of us were acutely aware that this was our last ride, and I think none of us wanted to, ride the sports into the ground. We wanted to go out on our own terms, to go out on top. And if you guys are a fan of this show, you are in for a treat, because season 5 is insane. I think it's our best season yet. It's gonna hit you right in the guts. It's fun, it's funny, it's got some shockers in it, and it delivers on every level. So we can't wait for you guys to see it. And I think for us, working on the show, it was bittersweet. And we were very aware that, like, every time we were in a situation when it was going to be the last time we were all together and doing scenes, and it's been a dream job, and we feel very, very grateful. So thank you guys for that too. We really appreciate the support.
I'll tell you, for me in particular, just the first episode, it was the same feeling as when I read episode 1, season 1. You turn a couple of pages and you're like, what? It's the same thing. We were finishing how we started. From episode 1, a shocker, and it's gonna be a ride the whole way through. Keep your tissue boxes close.
Wow.
Yeah.
For all kinds of fluids.
For all kinds of...
All the fluids.
Yeah. A lot of fluids.
Well, that's
A lot of fluids.
So when you're reading these for the first time, what goes through your mind when you go, okay, I mean, this is going to be an interesting day at work?
There was so much sick, depraved stuff weaved through these scripts that you sort of became a little bit immune to it, and sometimes you could miss some very key points. I remember we were all sitting in the back of a van once. We were like, hey, Laz, did you read the latest draft of the script? And he goes, yeah, I've read it. I went, yeah, how did that part where you get, where MM gets wrapped around his neck with a giant penis? And he's like, no, you're fucking with me. I'm like, no, serious, I'm serious. He's the guy with the giant cock, and it wraps around your neck like a scarf. And he's like, bullshit. And he goes, give me the latest script. And he say, AD comes and he reads this thing and goes, oh man, fuck you, you set me up. He thought it was me, but it wasn't, it was Kripke.
It was totally him. He pitched that idea to Kripke. I found out. No, I didn't. He just told himself. Holy shit.
The only thing I know about this story is before the actual penis came in, Karl took care of some artwork in our trailers of a beautiful picture of Laz with a giant penis wrapped around his neck.
It's in our makeup
That's
trailer.
before we started shooting.
There was actually a piece of fan art that someone had, because he was like mother's milk, and he was like, had this scarf, literally had a scarf on, and he was cradling all the boys. Well, I turned it into a cock.
That obviously...
So,
So obviously it's also a sign language specifically made for the show, right? As well, that you use to communicate.
yes, we quickly realized when we began her signing journey, and was it season 2, season 3, season 3, I think.
3?
Yeah, that someone like MM would probably know how to speak ASL. And we wanted the language to be something that was special between her and her brother Kenji, and then eventually with Frenchie and their point of connection. And so Kripke was like, we're just gonna have to make it. And Amanda, my sign language coach, she is, an ASL speaker, hard of hearing. She's lived with it her whole life, and she's created this whole Kimiko sign language, KSL we call it.
KSL.
And it's word for word. It's it was interesting to learn it, and it took me like 1 or 2 seasons to get to a point where I can improvise one word.
Wow.
So, but yeah, it's gonna really important part of the character, I think.
That actually you're sort of the father figure on set as well as being a part of the...
Yes, I was yelling at my children this morning for
I was tardy.
being late to the van. Like, let's go, it's time to go. But no, I'm also one of the elder statesmen on the show. And, you just kind of, it's a family. It really is a family. Karl is like a brother, an older brother. It never stops between us. The back and forth jabs never stop. But no, he's like a brother, fearless leader on set, fights for his cast. Karen, one of the biggest hearts you can ever imagine. Tomer, you know, like, for the first 3 seasons, we didn't like each other very much. I didn't like him because he would steal all my close-ups. Anytime I had a close-up, it was finally my moment to shine. Somehow Tomer's face would end up between me and the camera. And then one day, it just, our friendship flourished. And all that went aside, he finally let me start getting my own close-ups.
I was just in character, my friend.
No, but it really is a family. We love each other. And whenever people ask me about this show, I tell them, it's like lightning in a bottle. It's the first show, the first movie, first any project I've worked in over 20 years where everybody truly, truly gets along, loves each other, respects each other, values each other's contribution. And for me, it's been amazing on and off the set.
So when Karen jumped in as Kimiko, everything changed. And we started, it's funny, Frenchie and Kimiko, we started dancing. We started learning how to dance. It's like when a new couple comes into the, I don't know, a ring or a ballroom and start doing those first steps, they learn each other, you know, how they communicate. And I think we were so respectful and gentle, and we loved our characters so much. And I was kind of halfway into Frenchie already, so I got her pumped up and excited about it. And yeah, man, till this, I mean, we're such good friends. It's you know, chemistry how you like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I still remember the first time I met you. It was Jack organized a welcome drinks for me because I think I came in episode 4 and, you know, everyone else had already been shooting and had a rapport with one another. And I was nervous, of course. I mean, I was wondering who my Frenchie was going to be and if it was going to be a match made in heaven or hell. And from the get-go, like first drink in, we were already talking about our characters. We were like, so what are we thinking? And we sent each other videos. To be honest, it was such an easy process, and it's not like that with everyone. So I'm very blessed to have you in my life.
No, pretty adept at leaving Butcher on set. I think out of all of the characters I've played, though, he is probably my favorite to date. I think. I had such a great playing him, and obviously, you know, playing a character over 5 seasons is quite different to playing a character for, you know, 3 months or 6 weeks. So a very special sort of fond connection with Butcher and my experience with these guys. I think all of us will agree this is by far the most creatively rewarding experience that we've ever had. There's typically what will happen is we will get a script and then we will read it and we'll have some thoughts and ideas upon it, and we'll email Eric and say, you know, what about this and this? And he will email us back and say, yes, I like that. Let's do that. No, let's not do that, but let's do this. And, you know, through this sort of, this collaboration, the script and the show just got better and better. And all of us, I think, were invested in our characters, and, you know, we're so passionate, committed to what we were doing. And not just the cast as well. Our crew, our Toronto-based crew, you know, we couldn't have done it without them. It was 5 seasons through the heat of summer, through blizzards, through thick and thin. They were with the trenches, in the trenches with us, and you know, we're a family. And as Laz and everybody else said before, we're just so grateful to been a part of it.
I think. Do you guys think you get on with your characters? Do you get on with Butcher?
Would I get on with?
Yeah, you personally.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'd get on with all the boys, actually. Yeah, absolutely. The Soups, I don't know. Maybe that's Butcher ingrained in me. I'd probably get on with Deep quite well. We'd relate on an intellectual level for sure.
Yeah, hopefully not on the wanting to fuck an octopus level.
Not again, no. Anyway, very straightforward.
Oh, I think also Ashley would be a fun person to get to know. No?
There was a big silence when you said that, like, oh, maybe not.
She's hilarious.
You know, before we get on set, when we read the script, there may be some moments where we might feel organically that our characters might take a different choice. And Kripke always had an open door policy where we can pitch what we think that our character may do in that moment, or suggest, what do you think about this? Or can we try this? And a lot of times, you know, not always, as Karl mentioned, but a lot of times he would go with our version or our idea. I remember in season, I think it was season 2, there was a scene in the script where Claudia Dumit, who played Valerie. What? I'm fucked. No, that
We shot season 5 for 8 months straight, 16 hours a day. He's not.
Valerie Newman was her name, right?
Victoria.
Victoria Newman. All right. My bad. All right. So, we were supposed to be in court. We were supposed to be on the run. The boys were on the run. And in the script, they had us dressed in suits in court. Remember the court scene where all the heads start popping?
Yeah.
And when we read that, you know, as a team, the boys, we all read it and we came back to each other. We were like, yo, we really are having a problem with us being on the run, wanted characters or beings, fugitives, and being in a court scene. I mean, it's a federal court. In suits, it just didn't feel like organic and authentic. And so we all kind of try to pitch it our own way to Kripke, and obviously Karl agreed that, you know, with the sentiment, and we were able to explain our case and get out of the court scene. I think it was a nice weather that day. Karl was able to go play golf. Yeah, we have had situations where we have been able to pitch that, and luckily we're on a show where our ideas were always welcome.
The best or worst piece of advice? That's an interesting question. Probably take no prisoners, leave no survivors. You know, just the basic ones like this, and never give up, never surrender. Yeah. That's what I love about Butcher. He's in a monastic groove. He's on a don't get in his way. He's got one objective.
What about MM? Anything?
Treat people as people. Forgive. And bad people do good things. Good people do bad things.
Those are good. Those are really good.
That was deeply profound. Yeah.
Really good.
Karen?
I feel like past Kimikos would be very similar to Butchers. And, you know, sometimes they gotta go. Sometimes they gotta go. But I think the newfound Kimiko would be more like, I don't know, like, so it's something a little more cuddly, like coddle them to sleep. I don't know. Yeah,
That's the name of the self-permanent word.
coddle them to sleep.
And for Frenchie?
Fuck Stoops. Revolution will not be televised. Oh man, every day on the set of The Boys is a stretch. And, you know, I'm talking about aesthetics, hygienics and all that. There's a lot to wash in the end of the day. But, no, I mean, you know what? From the stunts, the crazy stunts, I'm just seeing them. I'm just imagining it now. Karl is Butcher driving the boat. He really drove that boat inside the whale. He was doing that very fast. Yes, we all have to clean the Jack Way's vomit out of us in the end of the day. So, no, but I mean, from moving from such big scale scenes to intimate small ones, for me as Frenchie with Kimiko, it's the most beautiful sandbox an actor can ask, because you're touching so many dreams and stuff that you want to do as an actor. And this show was just phenomenal in giving us this platform. So every day.
I agree with that. I think it was good to touch upon Jack, who would love to be here, but unfortunately cannot due to a schedule. But I remember that day we were in the speedboat, and he was having a rough time of it. It really never, I think, been in a speedboat, and we had a helicopter that was hovering, 100 feet in the air, shooting us, and I was going along, jumping waves. I remember getting to the end of one run, and the kid, white. And he goes, do you think you could slow down a bit? I'm like, mate, yeah, I'll try. Okay. And he goes, can we have a safety word? And I'm like, yeah, sure. What will it? And I'm like, well, how about Karl? And so if it's too much, just go Karl. And he goes, yeah, okay. So full tit, blasting along. I can't hear it. The engine's going, the engine is, and this kid, at the end of the run was like so wobbly and so not in a good way. And I've got a photograph of Laz, and he's like this with Quado, and he's like this, and he's looking at me like this. This is what I do. I think that pushed Jack Quaid to the limit. It's not my fault.
And then the boat
And boat saying,
Saying afterwards.
That's right, because in true boys fashion, any mode of transportation the boys have is completely dilapidated, broken down.
I have no idea till this day how they let you do this thing. It's crazy.
I had to get my Toronto boat license. Yeah, I had to sit like a 48-hour course. I mean, I've got my own boat and I have done that in New Zealand, but I had to do that in Canada.
He broke the boat. In the end of the day, that's how fast he went. The boat choked.
The last shot of the day, we had to evacuate the boat because it was sinking. It's a true story. It was filling water. Why is this boat not going fast anymore? It's filled with water.
But to be honest, going back to what we talked about, for me, that was one of the points I said, wow, like, I can trust this guy. You know what I mean? That's he says he's not a real butcher. That was a real-ass butcher on set that day. Well,
What's your favorite hobby or pastime that you used?
killing Karl in backgammon, destroying him.
Okay, he's got some versions of events may differ in recollection, right?
Anyone else? What hobbies?
watching these two go back and forth and backgammon was amazing for me.
It's a full set spectators.
Oh, for sure. You already know who's winning just by like who's happy and who's pissed. Or who's quiet.
whoever's standing is usually winning. Yeah.
Season 5, you're going to find out the origin of Butcher's scar. That's one spoiler I will tell you. Yeah, so obviously I can't divulge it in this room, but you're going to find out. Wow, do I sound like James D. Curry?
We've had like weird and crazy scenes, but where's a moment where you thought, like, I love my job, this is a blast?
For me, anyway, it's any time when we're not on set actually shooting, although that is equally as amazing, obviously, but it's getting to hang with these guys in between takes. I've never experienced this with any other cast. We don't go back to our trailers. We hang out together. We're playing music, we talk, we laugh, we play, playing backgammon together. And it's that time for me, which was the most special memories out of the entire 5 seasons, because, we would set up little base camps. We were in the middle of the woods, we were in the middle of the, in the frozen lakes or, wherever, and we're together, and that's what made it most special.
I think mirroring what Karl just said, season 3 is maybe one of my favorite seasons, and I think it's because storyline-wise, all of us are together, and that's when the boat happened. That's some of my the craziest things that happened to us as the characters. It was also happening to us in real life, and all of our group scenes, although they take very, very long, it's such a joy to be like a part of this gang of people, and it's always fun.
The adjudicator for Guinness World Records, Will Sindon. Hello, London. Now, Will, you have some news for our cast.
I do indeed. Today, we are here to award the official record for the most in-demand action-adventure TV show and the most in-demand superhero TV show, so
We're breaking records in MCM Comic-Con.
Congratulations, guys. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Record holders, everyone, round of applause.
Thanks so much. Thank you, guys.
Goodness, amazing record players with your plaques. Guys, keep that applause going. Take these pictures. Your record breakers. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you so much, guys. But I just want to say, this is really, really special to us. Really incredible. But I guess, there's a few people that we really should thank. Garth Ennis, for one, who was the creator of The Boys. Amazing graphic novels, amazing comics if you haven't read it. Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, Eric Kripke. We really thank Eric Kripke, who, without his captaining the ship, none of this would have been possible. Obviously, Amazon and Sony Pictures, we have to thank them for their support for the show and for giving us a chance and really backing us. Of course, our Toronto crew, we can't forget them because, it wouldn't have been possible without them. They made us better. And definitely, most importantly, also, thanks to you guys.
Thanks to the fans for being with us for 4 seasons, kind of 5. We can't wait for you guys to see what we've cooked up for season 5. And this means the world to us. Thank you so much.